here was Tom McClintock with Mike Slater talking about why he didn't impeach Alejandro Mayorkas.
Why did you vote against impeaching Mayorkas?
Because it's completely unconstitutional. Impeachment's a very limited power to remove officials for, quote, treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Now, a high crime is an actual crime that's related to the office. Now, Mayorkas is guilty of maladministration, neglect of duties, malfeasance in office, but these are not impeachable offenses. And we know that because the American founders specifically rejected them at the Constitutional Convention. And the reason was they didn't want impeachment twisted into a weapon for political grievances. So if Greene and her friends are successful in redefining impeachment, well, then the next time the Democrats have the majority, I think we can expect this definition to be turned against the conservatives on the Supreme Court and any future Republican administration. And there will be nobody there to stop them because Republicans have then signed off on this new and unconstitutional definition of impeachment.
My goodness, he actually makes some really great points there, Kingsley. Could you imagine, just try to imagine this world where Democrats impeach somebody over nothing? Can you imagine what would happen to this country if we lived in a country like that? Maybe even impeach him twice. How insane would that be? Wow.
Right. No, it's absolutely preposterous for him to say, that we don't have reason to impeach Mayorkas. They impeached Trump for a perfect phone call, right? And it was totally nakedly partisan. They didn't care because the Democrats understand how to use power. And conservatives have always kind of been behind that 8-ball. It's great that we're principled, but that's also kind of our biggest downfall because we don't make power plays that we need to play. We don't understand that the process can be the punishment. We need to haul these faceless bureaucrats out from every single agency, whether that's, Mayorkas's agency or anyone else's, and make them famous. They need to be held accountable because so many of these folks that actually run DC on a day-to-day basis, they're unelected, they're unaccountable. We don't even know who they are, frankly. So we need to, have these hearings, impeach these individuals who are just betraying their oath to the Constitution. And I think Mayorkas is the easiest example of that. 8 million illegals have come into the United States since President Joe Biden took office. And that's just the folks that we know about, right? These are just estimates. And these are totally unvetted illegals that probably don't share our values. They don't, adhere to our laws clearly. They're coming here illegally. And they threaten the very foundation of our republic. So we, really need to make the border a priority. And I'm tired of Republicans like this one just, talking tough on the campaign trail, masquerading as MAGA, saying they're going to shut down the border, doing their visits, taking their pictures, but then not actually, putting their money where their mouth is and voting the right way on Capitol Hill. It's really frustrating to see these folks sell out. And I hope that the voters hold them accountable. The voters see what's happening at the border for sure. And they've just got to get these guys out of office because we can't rely on weak Republicans.
Kingsley, finally, to wrap this up, another thing he said that drives me insane, every time someone says this, it makes me blow a gasket, is he talks about Mayorkas as if he's just screwing up, like he stumbled, he tripped, he slipped on the ice and fell on his butt. He had a big whoopsie. They opened up the border on purpose. They're trying to fill up the country with illegals. They're trying to turn America into an open sores so they can burn it to ash. And half the Republicans in Washington, D.C. talk about these people as if they're just slightly misguided puppies who accidentally ate somebody's shoe instead of evil, vile demons, which they actually really are.
Right, exactly. No, this is a state-sanctioned invasion. Make no mistake. Biden and Mayorkas are actually incentivizing unvetted illegals to come here. They're giving them, free phones, free health care, free housing in many cases. So they're telling these people, come here, you'll be taken care of, because they know these people will wind up to be Democrat voters and, pay them dividends in the end. What they are doing is trying to supplant, the founding voter base that's here in this country that believes in America and wants a country that actually serves American citizens and doesn't serve, foreign interests or something like that. But you make a great point. This isn't accidental. This can be stopped. I mean, just look at what Gavin Newsom did in San Francisco. He wiped out the homeless population off the streets right before President Xi came in. Decline is a choice. Democrats have proven such. We don't have to accept this as citizens. We can clean up our streets. We can close our border. The fact of the matter is that we just have politicians who have other interests, who actually want to subvert the American dream and have illegals come that cut the lines and break all of our rules. These people are traitors through and through.